Hey everybody, it's Rory from ANS Gear. We're going to take a look at a gun today. This is one of the new guns from D3FY. This is the Vert3x. It's a real basic gun. It's not trying to be more than it really is. It's just a simple double stack tube blowback gun, ranging in a couple different colors. It got like a kind of a tan, a black, and a blue one over here in this package. Really budget minded, 89 bucks. Really gets you a nice gun to get you out there playing and get you started, get involved in the sport. So you've all seen guns like this before. It's not really a knockoff or anything like that because it does have some different design features to it. But a couple things you're going to see that are different with this. It is all aluminum, so they're not using any composite parts on the gun. So everything on there, all aluminum setup right there. The feed neck is similar in style to the way Spider used to do their feed neck, where there's two screws right here that actually hold the feed neck in place. So you don't need to worry about it unscrewing or coming unthreaded and falling out of your gun or just becoming loose. This is really bolted down well to the gun. It's going to keep it nice and rigid in there. And then it does have a set screw along the top right here, which we'll use to tighten down on the feed neck of your loader and keep it in place. 12-inch Cocker threaded barrel, so a million different barrels. If you want to upgrade, you can to go with something else. Dual detents, so one on each side, not just a one-sided detent setup, so you do get them on both sides right there. Delrin bolt, which is pretty standard in most every gun nowadays, so that's not anything new, but it is nice to have it in there. That one rotated in there. You got to make sure that your pin locks into your striker properly down there. And sometimes when you do pull your bolt out, when the spring is under tension or the striker is under tension inside here, it'll slightly rotate to the side. You want to make sure that that hole is vertically up and down so that you can lock the bolt back into it. And you can just kind of undo this a little bit and the striker will rotate inside there. The frame itself, all aluminum frame. Kind of something that's different about this frame, there's two things really. The vertical ASA or vertical grip that's right here, the vertical ASA is integrated into the frame. So the frame runs along here and the vertical ASA is part of the frame. It's not a separate piece that's threaded in or screwed into it. It is part of the frame. Coming up through the line right here, it goes into this grip. The grip is not a regulator. It is not an expansion chamber. It is just a grip cover that goes over the hose. So if you unscrewed this off, you would see the hose just runs through it and goes directly into the vertical ASA up here. Safety switch on the side, 2-finger trigger. You cock it back, undo it, and shoot it right there. Another thing that's different about this is the grips. Typically on your grips, like a 45 style grip, is you would have your 2 screws or 3 screw pattern right here, and the grip would wrap around the front and be comfortable for your fingers down here. This one's a little bit different. Instead of it wrapping around the front, it actually wraps around the back right here to make the palm section where you're holding onto the gun up here, this section, just a little bit more comfortable. And it actually is. It does feel well. It doesn't feel like you're missing anything on your hands down here. So definitely the grip comfort is nice on this gun. This really, I'm gonna knock these boxes over. Just put these back right here. The grip comfort's good. So it's something to think about. You got to hold on to the gun all day long. It'd be nice to have something nice and comfortable to set up on right there. ASA at the bottom right here, inline hole pattern. Nothing really different about that. So the gun itself is very simple. Minimalist body design. They've milled a lot of it down. You can see that the milling on the back is almost the same size as the cap back here in thickness. So they've really tried to reduce the overall setup of the gun weight-wise and just look-wise to make it as comfortable as possible. So inside the box, you're gonna get a couple things inside here. Not a lot, again, very simple. The gun's just gonna sit down inside of here. You're gonna get a very basic instruction manual, how to work it, how to disassemble it, a couple do's and don'ts. Barrel plug, which pretty much you're never going to use because most fields don't even let you use a plug. You need to have a barrel sleeve of some sort, a couple extra O-rings, some Allen keys, very, very simple. And then a different mainspring right here. Now it says on this little tag, this mainspring is for cold weather, or if you are shooting a different caliber ball, using cold weather or with small caliber paintballs. Seeing as though the gun's not designed to shoot a 50 caliber ball, I would assume they're meaning just something that's slightly smaller in bore size that doesn't quite fit this bore here. Then you could use a spring that's got a higher push to it to give you that compensation in pressure loss for your velocity. Also, if it's super cold. Now, if you're running compressed air setup in the super cold, you shouldn't run into that issue, so you won't need this spring. But CO2, when it's super cold, has a lower pressure output, so you might need to compensate with the heavier spring. So at least they add that in there. Gives you the opportunity or the ability to shoot in all types of weather. So if you're just getting involved in the sport, or you're looking for maybe just a spare backup gun or something you want to loan out to your friends, check this out, the Vert3x from D3FY. It's a great basic gun for 90 bucks, $89.95. Comes with, as you can see on the box, 2-year warranty on this gun. So anything that goes wrong with it mechanically, obviously seals usually aren't included in a warranty setup, but mechanically, get a hold of D3FY and let them help you out. So check it out. D3FY Sports Vert3x. It's available through the website. Order yours now through ansgear.com.